It looks like we're ending 2024 with one last indie gem. This interconnected 2D action RPG basically mixes Souls-like with Zelda. The game is made by just one person, but the result is so convincing that you would never suspect that while playing. So you are playing as this mysterious character called the Hooded One, who gets thrown into a pit by some guards of a tyrannical regime. The whole world is built like this massive interconnected dungeon, where basically everything loops back on itself, in clever ways. You are constantly finding new shortcuts and paths, hidden walls, items, unique enemies and mini-bosses. The combat in this is very challenging but easy to get into, and it really doesn't feel bad at all. It actually feels pretty deliberate and does a good job at providing the player with the necessary feedback that's important for Souls-likes. Hits give a clear feedback on both sides, which not every game gets right, especially from this top-down perspective. At the beginning, you've got your basic sword attacks, your trusty dodge roll, and an interesting water meter that works as both your magic and healing. I was a bit skeptical at first, but it works really well. You can either use the water to shoot energy beams at enemies, or to heal yourself. The part that makes this system work well is that you get some water back whenever you hit enemies. There is also a stamina system, of course. What's especially cool here is just how much loot there is to find. And mostly it's not useless garbage either. The game seems to find a really good balance between offering tons of cool stuff while still making every single item feel rewarding and satisfying. Of course, with a bit of luck. You can loot the armor of your enemies and then wear them yourselves, which is always a nice feature to have. Interestingly, based on my experience, there doesn't seem to be a traditional system to level up your stats like in Dark Souls. Instead, you find and purchase items that directly improve your character. For example, you can find life fragments, and once you collected 4 of them, it will permanently increase your health. The game has the classic Metroidvania approach, where you see places you can't reach yet. But once you get new abilities and key items, you can go back and eventually access them. This game also uses the message system that you find in Elden Ring and Dark Souls. Basically, players can leave messages for other players, either with good intention, to give you a hint at what's coming, or with bad intentions, to troll you into your death. You will find various NPCs that, as you would expect from a game like this, also tend to be pretty cryptic at times, leaving some of what has been said to the player's interpretation. Keep in mind that if you die in this game, you lose half your money, but you can convert your cash into these coin purses, which you don't lose on death. So far, the game is challenging, but fair. In my opinion, definitely a must to at least check out if you enjoy Souls-likes. And that sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.